Hello and welcome to the D1 Baseball College World Series Day 2 prediction show. And first of all, let me introduce, because boy, do we have a star-studded cast today. I am Michael Patrick Rooney. We've got a quad box. In my quad box, I've got Aaron Fitt, I've got Kendall Rogers, and we have also got the man, the myth, the legend, Stitchhead, Eric Sorenson. Stitch, welcome to the quad box.
Back by unpopular demand. Thanks, guys.
Right.
Is that the sixth most interesting man in the world that I see right there?
Yeah, at least
well,
six.
tied for seventh.
Tied for seventh. Oh, okay.
Yes,
Very
that's
well.
right. Yeah,
I can confirm that Eric is not reporting from the local public library as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It looks like we're in the public library. So awesome. Hey, boys, before we do our predictions, let's thank our sponsors. Let's take care of our business. So, today we are sponsored by Wilson, and for fans that are in Omaha, it's obviously an unbelievable trip. You've got the best brands in baseball all under one roof at the Omaha Experience. You can get your hands on limited edition, never before seen products from Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Evo Shield. It's all located in the Omaha Baseball Village. Everything about this trip is a must-do, but certainly you want to get over there and start to do some damage to your credit card balance. That's what you want to do over in the Omaha Baseball Village. But we really appreciate the support of our friends at Wilson, and they are with us in the postseason. So, gentlemen, we're going to do some predictions today. We're going to go rapid fire, and let us start with the first game. Virginia versus Tennessee. Stitch, why don't you are the guest of honor. Why don't you kick us off on Virginia versus Tennessee? What do you see in your crystal ball?
I see a lot of orange. Also, I think one of the things that kind of struck me, since this is quick hit, I think one of the things that struck me is, kind of the experience factor, Virginia being there more recently, I guess. Well, let me put it this way. The coaches being there, Brian O'Connor being there a number of times, winning it all. Coaches always talk about, the first time a team gets to Omaha and what they would do different. I remember talking to Sam Peraro of San Jose State years ago, obviously, and he said, I treated it like it was just a vacation. I did it completely wrong. So you kind of wonder where Tony Vitello and his team are going to be, just in their heads. So I kind of go with Virginia. Also having Abbott as on the bump obviously is a help, but I kind of go with Virginia just because the coaches have been there. They kind of know the lay of the land. That's why I'll pick the Wahoos in this one.
I love it. KR?
I think I actually like Virginia too. I think when you look at the Cavaliers with Andrew Abbott, he's obviously thrown really well the last half of the season. I think when you look at the back end of the bullpen, I think this is kind of where, for me at least, where Virginia has a little bit of an edge. I kind of trust Steven Schock a little bit more than I do the Tennessee bullpen. And I just think offensively, when you look at Kyle Till, Devin Ortiz, Zach Geloff, I mean, all of these guys have stepped up through each round of the postseason, and I kind of expect that to continue today. It's hard for me to pick against Tennessee because they've been so damn good the last couple of weeks, but I am going to go with Virginia with a little bit of a mild upset.
I like it. Fitzy, by the way, whatever you did in your room with the background, I think you're kind of in reverse. I like it. Well done.
Well,
good choreography there.
Thank you, Michael.
Yes.
Listen, I thought I was going to be the oddball here and take the Cavs as a third seed, but apparently that's just the chic pick now. Listen, the bottom line is Abbott is the second or third best pitcher in this field after Rocker and Leiter. And so they have a starting pitching matchup advantage with him on the mound against anyone else. And I would even include Ty Madden in that, who's going to be, a first round pick if they were to match up. Abbott is a dude. And, Kendall's right. He was good the back half of the year, but he was good all year. He was good out of the gate. All year long, this guy's been a stud. I know the win-loss record didn't get any run support in the first half. He has gotten a lot of run support later. But, I mean, it's, 91-94, downhill with life, and one of the best curveballs in the country. And he's got a changeup that just continues to get better, that helps keep those right-handed hitters honest. He's the real deal. Their team is a perfect fit for this ballpark. For our producer, Chris, I'm going to look out the window at the wind and play the meteorologist game again today.
I hope it's better than it was yesterday.
Guys, I think the wind is blowing in toward left field today.
Nice.
It's hard to tell from here, but I think this looks like a day where maybe the ball will carry less than it did yesterday. I said that yesterday too. It didn't go so well, but I think Virginia is just perfectly suited for this ballpark. And I know Tennessee hits a lot of doubles too, but Virginia plays at Disharoon Park, which it just has a very similar field as far as the dimensions go, and they're just used to manufacturing runs a different way.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Well, first of all, the starter for Tennessee, Cheese Dallas. I mean, come on, like, is there a better pitcher nickname than Cheese? But you're right. Abbott's an advantage. Hey, Tennessee, their biggest moments this year have been really at home, and Lindsey Nelson Stadium is just so different. I know there was home runs hit here yesterday, but they were all to the corners, right? Like, you hit a ball in the center of the field at TD Ameritrade, it's not getting out of here. You hit a ball in the center of the field at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, that's a home run. I mean, it's remarkable how many home runs are hit to center field there. So I don't think it's a personnel issue. I think Tennessee's personnel is plenty capable of playing any kind of offensive game they want. But, this is a different park. So I'm going to abstain because I'm working for the ACC network this week. So I do not want to step on myself there and make a prediction that might hurt my future earning potential. So let's not do that. Let's go to game 2. Stitch. Talk to us about Texas versus Hail State.
Yeah, look, I'm really used to making Mississippi State fans angry, so I'd hate to break that streak. No, I'll go with Texas simply because of Ty Madden, and also I wasn't real crash hot about how Mississippi State starting pitching did last week against Mike Rooney in the Super Regionals. So I think just for that reason alone, I'll go with Texas. And I like Texas having a little bit more pop in their offense than we're used to seeing. It's not a bunch of, skinny, bony arm second basemen that get slap singles. I mean, they can put it out there too. So I'm going to go with the Longhorns and just withstand the vitriol I'm going to get from Mississippi State fans.
You do have a steady diet of vitriol coming your way, Stitch. Good on you. Fitzy, why don't you go next, since you might have to bolt on us, since you are a very popular man today.
Well, apparently our audio froze for a good chunk of our Mississippi State section in our preview show earlier this week. So I wanted to give them a little extra love today and break them down a little bit. I mean, this team is obviously, the most experienced team here, but it's only really a handful of guys that have actually played here, and gotten meaningful experience. I mean, it's really Jordan and Allen primarily in that position player group, but still, I mean, I do think that helps that this program is making its third straight appearance here. Not that Texas is going to be overwhelmed by the stage, but I have a feeling we're going to get a good performance from Will Bednar today. I mean, it's really big time stuff. We all know that he's got to be a little bit more efficient. He's got to be able to get get them into the middle innings so they can give the ball to Landon Sims, with a lead. That would be pretty good setup there for them. But if not, I mean, they've got other pieces they can kind of stitch it together there, if you will, in the bullpen. But the other key for me is they got to turn over the lineup. At the bottom half, they need those guys to give them productive at bats, because this is, as we've talked about, it's a top heavy lineup. The guys at the top are really good, but if they can get some good at bats at the bottom of the order, like they did in the Super Regional against Notre Dame, especially that clinching game, those guys in the bottom third came up big. If they can do that again, I really like their chances. So I'm going to take Mississippi State.
Yeah, love it. KR, what do you got?
I'm going to lean Mississippi State here. This is a tough one for me. I kind of go back and forth. I guess my thing with Mississippi State is Will Bednar has been, ultra consistent here the last month or two of the season, and he's got premium stuff. He's got first round stuff, and he needs to go out there and pitch like that. But I just think overall, when you look at Mississippi State, whether it's Rowdy Jordan, Tanner Allen, Logan Tanner, these first 2 rounds of the postseason, they've gotten big hits from those guys when they need them. And so I think the big key for them is continue getting those big hits from those guys. The defense on the left side of the infield could be a little bit more crisp, but here in Omaha, it's going to have to be if they're going to go on a run. And I'll just be interested to see how Texas plays against a team like this, because I mean, no disrespect to Fairfield, Arizona State, and South Florida, but it's been 3 weeks since they've played a good baseball team, and what I consider like a really good baseball team. And so, this is a little bit different look for them. So I kind of like Mississippi State a little bit, but I go back and forth. I mean, it's hard to go against Ty Madden and company.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Kendall, I think what you just said is spot on. I think this is one of the best matchups in the first round. Like, these are two really good teams. I'm picking Mississippi State because of Tanner Allen. I just feel like Jake Mangum has, sent that we win DNA down to Tanner Allen. And so, but I want to say this to your point, Fitzy, a second ago. This is a real golden age for Mississippi State baseball, boys. Like, think about this: 5 straight Super Regionals. Think about how hard that is. 3 straight Omahas. I mean, just an incredible run that this program's on. And, obviously there was coaching changes and those types of things, but I really do feel like they landed on the perfect guy for their job, Chris Lemonis. He's got a great staff. I love this staff. And Jake Gautreau, who's a really hot head coaching candidate, as you know, KR, but he's got such a good gig at Mississippi State that he's hard to pluck. So, yeah, really cool what's going on.
Don't forget about Scott Foxhall, too, man. He's done an amazing job with that pitching staff.
Sure is, yeah. So, and everybody throws 97 at Mississippi State. That's just kind of how it goes.
And can we get some love for Cheese, my man Cheese on that?
Cheese is the best, yes.
There's a lot of cheese.
How about that?
There's a lot of cheese in Omaha today between him,
Yes.
Chad Dallas, and Kyle Cheesebro.
What are
That's
the odds
right.
of the double cheese?
Double cheese. So, gentlemen, well done. Those are our Day 2 College World Series predictions brought to you by Wilson. Stitch, it was a pleasure. Wherever your backdrop is the best, that's an 80. Whatever.
It smells of rich mahogany, I'm sure.
Yes, it does. Oh, love it. Boys, let's have a great day. We'll see you at the yard.
See you at the yard.